Hey, how we doing, guys? So today we decided to switch it up a little bit. We're not going to Walmart. We're just going to stay here at Christian's house. And so today we are deciding what teams in the NFL are going to win. And we're going to have a lock pick, and we're going to have an upset. So I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that bell notification. Please watch the video and subscribe.
All right, we're going to start with the morning games and work our way down to the afternoon where the better games are. And we're going to start off Dolphins heading to Dallas.
That's an interesting game right there, because the Dolphins are the first team in NFL to be picked to go 0-16. Even the Browns weren't even picked to go 0-16. They went 0-16. So
not this year.
Not this year.
Back
but
when they did. 2 years ago when they did.
Yeah. So I think that's an interesting game. Dallas is looking really solid.
Dak Prescott's earning that money right now.
He's earning it. So, all right, Gaston, we're gonna start off. You're gonna tell your pick.
Dallas.
I'm gonna say Dallas. This is also my lock pick. So I think
already.
Yeah, I'm saying Dallas is gonna win this.
The lock early.
I'm solid.
I'm taking Dallas.
Yeah. Okay. So it's pretty obvious Dallas is gonna take this. Hopefully.
Got that one out of the way. We're gonna head over Denver, going to Green Bay.
I don't know. Green Bay's defense is solid,
and Denver can't seem to score in any way, shape, or form.
Joe Flacco, whatever, Flack trash, can't do anything.
Struggling really bad.
He was struggling with the Ravens, and that's why they dropped him. Or traded him, whatever. But so honestly,
there's a lot of problems with this Denver offense. Defense is great.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I feel like they're confused on their running game too, because Philip Lindsay's supposed to be like their breakout halfback. He didn't get as many carries as you think he would.
He was the last year. He was the first running back
to go undrafted.
And
rush for 1,000 yards.
Well, and then make a Pro Bowl.
He did that too.
So, all right, guys, let's start us off.
All right, Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, we're gonna say Green Bay.
I'm taking Green Bay. Green Bay will win it.
So clearly the winner is Green Bay.
All right. Next morning game we got the Bengals heading to Buffalo. Bengals have gotten close in one game, completely destroyed in the next.
Niners.
I don't know if they really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton, he throws amazing, and he looks like he's going to be the next.
AJ Green's
and then AJ Green, he's all over the place.
He's have a lot of injuries right now.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, to be fair,
like the way Josh Allen's looking too.
Josh Allen's been doing great. But, I mean, to be fair, Tyler Boyd and John Ross on the Bengals side have been filling in for AJ Green's absence. But
yeah,
offense is kind of clicking. Defense looking really bad so far. Gave up 21 to Seattle. They gave up 43 to the Niners.
Yeah.
That defense is struggling right now. And I mean, Buffalo, Josh Allen and his offense has been looking good. I don't think the Bengals are going to do much.
I don't think they stand a chance. So
final pick, Bills.
I'm taking the Bills.
So right now we're all choosing the same teams because
we're getting the easier ones out of the way.
We're getting the controversial ones here in a second.
We're going to go down. We have the Jets heading to New England. That's wow.
Well,
so I see it this way. Jets are a team
that have potential.
They have potential. They had an opportunity to beat the Bills week 1, and they blew it.
Yeah.
And then Sam Darnold caught mono, so
they've dealt with an illness at quarterback, and they have so many injuries. Yeah. Backup quarterback Trevor Siemian's out. C.J. Mosley's out.
Yeah.
There's another Quinnen Williams is out.
Yeah,
their entire defense is falling apart at the hinges, and they're going to play the Patriots. This is the worst time to do it.
But also, what do you think about the news that AB got released today?
AB is no longer part of the Patriots. I don't think it's a big deal.
That was yesterday, yeah.
Yep.
Don't even think it's a big deal because the Patriots have dominated without him.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get it out of the way. I think the Patriots are going to easily handle the Jets. That's my lock for the week.
Okay, already with the lock, yeah. I'm going to say Patriots because, honestly, the Jets are not looking too good.
Patriots, yeah.
All right.
I think there's maybe one more kind of bad game for the mornings. Actually, no, there's not. We have all good games. So we're going to get to it. A good one, in my opinion. Atlanta, off a hot win against the Eagles, heading to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Both are 1-1.
Ooh. Well, see, Darius Leonard, he's out with an injury right now, and he's their star defensive player.
That is the heart of the defense. And Julio Jones just had a breakout. He had a really good game against the Eagles.
Got me my fantasy points.
Got him his fantasy points.
I'm going to take the Falcons for this one.
Yeah, Falcons. Matt Ryan's still looking pretty decent.
He's looking okay. If the Colts still had Andrew Luck, I think this would be a
100%.
no-brainer.
No-brainer.
But
Colts.
without Andrew Luck,
Mr. Brissett.
this is looking like a much closer game. But I'm going to take the Colts.
Oh,
I do like their halftime.
I think the Colts will win this game. It will be close. But that defense is still not bad. Jacoby Brissett has proven he's not a bad quarterback. He's actually better than some of these other quarterbacks starting right now.
well, and they got Ty. So
Ty, Ebron,
yeah.
the offense is still fine.
Yeah.
They almost beat the Chargers week 1. I think the Colts will beat the Falcons.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm still sticking with the Falcons. So.
The Raiders, after a tough loss at home, heading to Minnesota to play the Vikings. Both are 1-1.
Yeah, I'm saying Vikings, 100%. Raiders are they haven't been good for like 2 or 3 years.
I think the Raiders are going to be good this year. Not too good, but like a decent record.
I think
They're better than last year at least.
I think Derek Carr is overhyped. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, if you get picked off twice against the Chiefs defense, that doesn't look good to anyone.
So
That's bad.
I 100% have to go with the Vikings. Not a big fan of the Vikings. I mean, Diggs is alright, Thielen's alright, but I'm just gonna have to go with the Vikings because I don't like the Raiders this year.
I gotta say the Vikings, and here's the big thing you gotta look at. That 1-1 record for the Raiders is very misleading. You know the team they beat week 1? I would like to mention, only by 8 points. They beat the Broncos. The Broncos, we know that's not a good team. We know that's a struggling team. And they beat them by 8. They get their win, they come out, they play the Chiefs at home. And they fell apart by the hinges after the first quarter. This team has a lot of room to grow. They lost AB. I'm not gonna say that was a bad idea to get rid of him. It probably was a good idea. They're falling apart by the hinges. Vikings, tough loss against the Packers. They're still a good team. They're in Minneapolis. Vikings have this game locked in.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Raiders for this game.
Oh.
Yeah. They had an early lead, 10-0 against the Chiefs, and then they stopped. Patrick Mahomes, he's the best quarterback right now underneath a blitz. He's got 120.9 passer rating. I saw that on NFL Live yesterday.
Which is an absolutely insane rating.
Yeah.
We'll get to Mahomes here in a second.
And see, that's where Oakland messed up. They started blitzing Mahomes, and you just can't do that.
I'm looking at. We have 2 more morning games. I'm saving the best for last. But we got a very interesting one here. We have the 1 win, 1 tie. Detroit Lions going to Philadelphia to play the Eagles after the Eagles had a tough loss to Atlanta last week. This is an interesting game.
Yeah.
It on paper, when you just hear these teams, Lions, Eagles, it sounds like a no-brain win, Eagles.
Yeah, because
But
Carson wins.
They're kind of struggling. Carson Wentz did not have a very good game last week. He struggled bad. And the Lions just beat the Chargers. Don't know how that happened.
He had a bad first half, and then he came out and did his thing in the second half. But I think he just messed up too bad in the first half to recover. But he did well in the second half.
But
Just
he did-
not
he
enough to beat the
So it
Falcons.
sounds like you're going with the Eagles in this game?
I'm going with the Eagles.
You pick?
If you couldn't tell by the way I was talking, my upset of the week is Detroit. I think Detroit, although they technically have a better record, no one here really thinks they're better than the Eagles. But I think Detroit's about to walk into Philadelphia and send the Eagles home with a losing record to start off these first 3 weeks.
You know, I'm going to have to go with the Eagles, too. I don't know about the Detroit Lions upsetting them. I mean, neither of them are very good, but still think the Eagles have it in the bag.
And then we're going to, my opinion, the game of the week. I don't think anyone's really going to disagree with this. We have the Baltimore Ravens heading to Kansas City to play Mahomes and that elite offense in Arrowhead.
Well, but you also have to give it to Lamar Jackson because no one expected him to be able to throw the way he's doing it. So.
I did.
And he's throwing to Hollywood. And
I had much faith in Lamar Jackson, especially when they picked up Hollywood Brown.
yeah.
I knew this Ravens offense was about to click.
He's a great quarterback. I don't know if y'all saw the throw he made last week to Marquise. I think that's the best throw so far yet in the season. But
Have you not seen any of the throws Mahomes was completing in the Raiders game? He threw 4 touchdowns in the first quarter. All of them were 28 yards and farther. and he threw some bomb. And he had some incredible throws that were sadly called back for holding.
Well, doesn't count.
Okay,
That's crazy.
so
That's wild.
I think that with the elite offense that Mahomes has with him, because he has all those good receivers and tight end that he can throw to, I'm going to have to give it to the Chiefs because the Ravens are good. They're just not good enough.
Not good enough.
So, Gaston?
I'm going with the Ravens.
Okay.
Ooh.
So this is your upset?
Ravens on the road in Arrowhead picking up the dub.
I don't know if I'd consider this upset.
It's not an
They're both
upset. They're both
2-0.
2-0. They're both obvious dominant teams.
Last week, Lamar Jackson ran the ball 12 times for 126 yards. That's 12 and a half. Now that's 10 and a half yards a carry. That's the best rushing stats that there were last week. Beat all the halfbacks for it.
Well, you also,
And I do like Ingram. Their halfback they got Nova Ingram. I like Marquise Brown. I like Andrews, their tight end. Their defense isn't what they.
It's still a
once
pretty
was.
solid
It's
defense.
a good defense.
not like when Ray Lewis was playing.
Way back.
That's a while back.
I know. But
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with the
There
Ravens.
might be bias here, but I think
he's a Chiefs fan.
the Chiefs. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be an easy win, but I think they got this one in the bag. They're gonna take care of business.
I think it'll definitely be a close game. A good
What
game.
I think some people don't understand is Mahomes is not even just a generational talent. I read somewhere, and they were going through all of these statistics, and now he's already dominated all these records, and he's on pace to blow like almost every record out of the water ever set.
Yeah.
And they're saying that he's not even a once-in-a-generation talent. They are saying, fittingly, for the 100 years of NFL, he is a once-in-a-century talent. They're saying that we've never seen anyone come in and do what he does throwing the football, or do anything with the football for that matter.
And to think he almost played baseball.
He almost went to baseball. Glad he didn't. Same thing with Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. He's looking pretty good too. Not as good, but he's definitely showing promise.
His first
But
ever
then
game.
you take a once in a century quarterback like Mahomes. You give him the current best tight end in the league. You give him Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's not even playing right now, and Mahomes is still getting 4 touchdowns a game.
Yeah.
Sammy Watkins, who's a great receiver, underrated, and he even has turned Demarcus Robinson from an average receiver to a top-tier receiver right now. Statistically, Demarcus Robinson is a top 10 receiver in the league, statistically right now.
Yeah.
He took an average player when Tyreek Hill was gone and made him just as good as any other receiver in the league.
Yeah. So clearly your Chiefs kept talking about it. All right, we're gonna move on to the next game.
We have two teams that they're both struggling to get things going right now. The Panthers and the Cardinals. Cardinals do have a tie, no wins, and the Panthers haven't gotten a win either, including the very rough loss to the Buccaneers last week. Who would have thought Buccaneers beating the Panthers?
Yeah.
I don't know. Buccaneers seems kind of legit in that game. Panthers not so much. Cam Newton is out. It has been reported the Panthers will go with Kyle Allen to start this week. Arizona Cardinals, they're looking good, but they're not looking good enough to win a football game yet.
Better
They've
than,
not
better
quite
than last
won.
year than what they've been doing. Because the only team they beat was my 49ers. And
Let's see, the Cardinals tied with the Lions, and they only lost to the Ravens by 6 points last week. The Ravens, who got praised. Cardinals only lost by 6 points. It was a ball game. I don't know.
Honestly, I'm a big fan of Kyler Murray. Heisman winner last year. Honestly, first round draft pick. I'm gonna give it to the Cardinals.
Kyler Murray will get
first
the job
overall,
done.
first round.
Yeah, first overall. So I have faith that Kyler Murray's gonna pull through, and he's gonna pass it to Larry Fitzgerald, and they're gonna get a dub over the Panthers.
Boston has a lot of faith in the Cardinals. What about you, Gaston?
This is going to go for my upset of the week. I'm
Upset.
going for the Carolina Panthers.
The Panthers without Cam Newton heading into Arizona
Yes.
to beat the Cardinals.
The only way I can see this happening is if they depend on McCaffrey a lot more.
And last year, Mr. Allen, the quarterback, ran the fastest time for a quarterback with 21 miles per hour, and as he scored a rushing touchdown in Week 17.
That was one game, though.
That was one game, but still.
That doesn't
One
mean
game
he's gonna
doesn't
do it
define
again.
your whole.
He's like a younger Cam Newton. The same Cam Newton that brought them to Super Bowl 50.
But they
I
did
see,
lose
I
in
see
it.
this, yes. But I see Mr. Allen carrying the Carolina Panthers in that way. Not as good as Cam Newton did, but in that same way.
Okay, interesting. All right, what's your pick for the week?
I think it's going to definitely be the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I do see what you're saying. Kyle Allen had a hell of a game last year and in the last game. But that's just a fluke. We've seen many quarterbacks have great first games, and then they just kind of fall apart afterwards.
Remember Tim Couch?
Couch, oh gosh.
Yeah.
I
Don't speak of that
don't
name.
see it. It's possible, but I don't see it. I think the Panthers are going to struggle like they have been all year, and without Cam Newton, it's going to be pretty ugly.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a very high-scoring game.
Oh, no.
Next game we have
Yeah.
Here we go.
kind of another interesting one. The Giants, with new quarterback Daniel Jones, heading to Tampa Bay to play the 1-1 Buccaneers.
So, I have to go automatically. I'm going to go with the Giants.
The Giants.
Daniel Jones is young.
I mean, is this your upset?
Yeah, this is my upset.
Oh.
He's promise looking. I definitely have to go with the Giants. You know, they're struggling a little bit, but if they can just give the ball to Saquon and let him do his thing, Barkley tear up that field, and I think the Giants will move with the dub. Because Buccaneers, they're just not doing it for me.
I don't think the Buccaneers are doing it for anyone, but I think they're doing it just a little more than the Giants. And I think the Buccaneers are going to squeeze away with a home win and magically be 2-1 to start the season.
That's what I also think. I think that Jameis Winston could get the job done well enough, and I think that they have a good wide receiver in Godwin.
That Giants defense is struggling. Good players, but
Yeah.
secondary is getting kind of old. Janoris Jenkins is up there in age. Landon Collins ain't getting any younger.
Yeah. So the next game.
We have the 1-1 Texans heading to the Chargers in LA. Surprisingly, Chargers are 1-1 right now after a odd loss to the Lions, is the way I put it.
You know-
Not sure how you do that.
Me neither.
Big fan of Deshaun Watson and what he did in Clemson. Huge fan of Hopkins. So honestly,
Hopkins is kind of disappointing.
Hopkins
last
got
week.
shut out last
Yeah.
week. He got shut up. He didn't give very many points at all.
honestly, I think he's going to turn that around. And
Turning
Make
around
a comeback.
against the Chargers secondary.
Me
I
too.
think so.
That Chargers secondary's dirty all over the place.
I think that they.
Derwin James, Casey Hayward, Desmond King.
I know.
I mean, that's a dirty
Those are
secondary.
some dirty secondaries. But you put it in the position if they're playing like they were last year, if they turn this caboose around, and Deshaun Watson starts throwing those dots right to Hopkins. Hopkins get open. Because you think about it, everybody's going to put their best man on Hopkins because he's the best receiver there. But if Hopkins can get open, they are going to win.
Yeah, if Casey
Double-
Hayward on him, though.
Double coverage on Hopkins.
I still give it to.
And even if they throw it to
Texans.
the other guy because Hopkins is getting locked up, you're going to have Desmond King on Will Fuller. Will Fuller's not going to really break free. I think the Chargers have this game in the bag.
I'm saying Texans.
As much as I like the Texans, that was kind of a scary win they had against the Jaguars, can we agree? 1 point.
Yeah.
They almost let the Jaguars squeeze by on them.
They almost beat the Saints, though.
Yeah, but they choked it.
Yeah, they
This
did
is
choke
a very inconsistent team. I don't know how y'all are feeling this safe to bet on them against a team like the Chargers.
I feel like if they can just... Austin Eckler's been going off this...
Austin Eckler's been
Yeah.
doing great.
I feel like if they could just lock him
They
off...
have great receivers.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen is not hurt this season. He's playing, and he's playing great. I think the Chargers are going to walk away with at least a 10-point win, honestly. I think
Okay.
the Chargers...
Wow, that's pretty
I think
bold.
the Chargers are going to take care of the Texans this week. Not my lock,
What's
but I think it's pretty guaranteed.
the next game?
Next game, we have, shockingly, can we say it, the 0-2 Steelers. No Big Ben AB's gone.
No Le'Veon.
Juju's having to be the number 1 receiver. He's kind of struggling with that. As much as I like the guy, he's kind of struggling. And they're going to the 2-0 Niners. I got to be honest. Coming into the season, I look at these two teams. I probably would pick the Steelers, but I did not know Big Ben was going to get hurt, and I didn't know this team was going to have all these growing pains without AB. I thought they were going to move on from it, but they were having
that
terrible.
Juju would have taken over.
They were having terrible growing pains.
As a 49ers fan, I admit, like, our offense, we have to improvise on the offense. Like, not Ruben Mostert, our halfback, Raheem Mostert. Yes, I knew it started with the R. We had no one ever heard of him until last week, and he had a pretty good game. Like, they improvise like what the Chiefs do, like with the wide receivers. That's what we do with our halfbacks. But our defense is going to be something good this year.
Okay.
That's going to be my lock.
They're
pick,
just
49ers.
Locking in Niners over the Steelers. I mean, I can't say I disagree with that choice.
Yeah, not a big 49ers fan, as I am a Seattle fan myself. I'm not so sure about Garoppolo, but, you know, I'm going to have to give it to the 49ers.
Garoppolo does have his ups and downs, but the Steelers are a team that seem to not have much of anything going right now. 2 tough losses to start the year. And one was a devastating one to the Patriots, not even close. Next game, we have the 1-1
You
Saints.
didn't lock in your pick.
I didn't lock. I said the Niners. It's Niners. It's not a lock, it's not an upset or anything. It's just Niners. Now we have 1-1 Saints. No Drew Brees. That sounds weird to say. What? The Saints without Drew Brees.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy B, Taysom Hill will be sharing snaps this week as they head to Seattle to play Russell Wilson and his Seahawks.
Is Taysom Hill going to get PT as a quarterback?
Yes, he is.
He is. They has been announced they will be splitting reps.
Okay.
Wow.
So as a Seattle fan, I was worried about this game when I looked at the season and I saw we were playing them. When I heard Drew Brees
No Brees.
was not playing because of an injury, I was a little shocked, but it gave me hope. Now, you don't want to ever see a good player such as Drew Brees or Brady
Go out
or
ever.
Mahomes ever go
You don't
out.
see him
That's
go
just
out.
horrible because, you know, this is their time to shine. But I think this is Seattle's time to take advantage of it, as horrible as that sounds, but this is their only chance they can beat the Saints, is without Drew Brees there. Because Taysom Hill is their weapon, but I'm saying Teddy Bridgewater is not going to do as well as people are expecting him to do.
Taysom Hill by no means is a terrible quarterback.
Oh, he can play any
He's a great
position.
quarterback. He's a great receiver.
You've heard his name. He's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
They play him on defense. They have him
So-
at quarterback, receiver, defense.
Yeah.
He does it all.
But you have to look at it from the Seattle's perspective. We got Clowney now on defense, so that upped our percentages.
They'll have Chris
to be better.
Carson.
We got Chris Carson.
Chris Carson's looking pretty solid
he
right now.
is.
Everyone
Good
was
at
sleeping
that.
on him last year, and I was like, you know, I'm a Carson fan. I'm interested to see what he would do because we've had him for a couple of years. So I was like, I'm interested to see what he'd do. And then he didn't do as well as I thought last year, but this year I think he's really gonna have a breakout season. He already is starting to. I think Russell Wilson's gonna have dots. DK Metcalf, he did way better. He did exactly what I wanted him to do. Wasn't expecting him to do.
Well, you're hoping he would.
What I was hoping. I wasn't expecting him to be able to be that deep route, even though that's what he did at Ole Miss. But I just thought he was too big. But, you know,
That's exactly the receiver y'all were needing.
that's exactly what we needed because him and Tyler Lockett combined, because, you know, Doug Baldwin retired because of injuries purposes. But my Seattle is looking pretty good this year, so I'm going to have to give it to Seattle.
This is a close one. I mean, there's a lot of factors that you could put into it. The one way I can see this game getting real close again is if during this week of preparation, either Teddy Bridgewater or Taysom Hill can get that connection with the receivers, especially Michael Thomas,
yeah.
Michael Thomas, and Alvin Kamara at running back.
Yeah.
If he can get that connection the way Drew Brees had the connection with them, all of a sudden it's a game again. Because let's be honest, Teddy Bridgewater is not a bad quarterback. We just don't know how good he is because we haven't seen him play in a while.
Yeah, since
all those injuries
Minnesota.
since Minnesota.
I'm definitely going Seattle. 100%. Lock. I've already picked my lock. That was Dallas. This is my second lock.
Second lock of the week.
Seattle. And this may be a little biased because I'm a Seattle fan, but I really think that we're gonna tear it up in the air.
Another solid secondary that you think is going to get torn apart this week. You think all these like really good secondaries are going to get blown out of the water?
I'm thinking so.
Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus Williams, Von Bell's not bad at all.
You know, I just got
Eli Apple. I'm gonna go. I hate for this. Eli Apple's underrated in my opinion. I
do like Eli
I don't
Apple.
think Eli Apple was that bad.
That was
as
stupid
Giants
on the
fans,
Giants.
As Giants fans make him out to be. He's not that bad. He has his problems. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember Philly games on the Chiefs, but that man ruined us. Anytime we had a chance to get the ball back off a good defense, he gave up or out every single time. And Giants fans treat Eli Apple like a Philip Gaines, and he's not like that. He's definitely better.
All right. So then, what are y'all's picks? I have a feeling y'all are both gonna say Saints.
It's close to me, but just for the home field advantage. And I know that boy Wilson can do some work. I think the Seahawks will squeeze out this win, move on to 3-0.
I think Seahawks should win this, but I don't know the chemistry that's going to go on with Teddy
There's
Bridgewater.
a lot of factors
Yeah.
for the Saints offense, whether they click or not.
I feel like Seattle should have this one in the bag, but if the Saints could play it a certain way and not just blow it out, I think the Saints can have it. But I think there's a bigger chance that the Seahawks are going to win, so I'm going to give it to the Seahawks.
All right, we have Sunday Night Football. This is what I'm excited for. The Rams heading to Cleveland, play the Browns. Browns had a good win,
Well, that's easy.
a good team win.
It's the Rams.
I don't know.
You're acting like the Rams have been dominating. They really have not been
They
dominating.
made it to the Super Bowl last year. I'll give them credit for that. But honestly,
Aaron
I'm a
Donald, against the
big
lead.
Baker Mayfield fan.
You're just gonna sit here and act like the Rams didn't beat the Panthers by 3 points in Week 1.
Yeah, but
I
their
gotta go
defense
Baker Mayfield.
put up a solid performance last week.
But Baker
Well, yeah, because
Mayfield.
Drew Brees went out.
Still.
Before Drew Brees went out, that game was close.
And then Aaron Donald was like, "Come here, Drew Brees," and
Smashed his thumb.
broke a ligament.
So I'm gonna have to go Cleveland.
I'm going Rams.
My gut's telling me to go with the Rams because that's just the team that's all around better. But you know what? I have a certain receiver that I think is going to tear up a superstar secondary, and that's Odell Beckham Jr. I think the Browns are going to win against the Rams, and it's going to be almost entirely solely based off Odell Beckham having another fantastic
And I
game.
think Jarvis Landry is gonna be their second option.
I have Jarvis in fantasy. I sure hope he starts doing something.
Hopefully, he'll wear the right visor this time.
Talking about Odell,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. He changed the visor out. They got a quick dub against the Jets. I think the Browns at home. I don't know. They played the Titans at home, but that doesn't matter. I think the Browns are going to come out, play some football, and beat the Rams Sunday Night Football.
Okay.
And now to wrap it all up, let's be honest. We always want Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, and Thursday Night Football to be the good games, right?
Yeah.
Jaguars, Titans. NFL's not giving us much to work with on Monday night as we have the Bears and the Redskins. Two teams that are struggling. Bears barely got a win. Redskins haven't gotten a win. Mitchell Trubisky's looking like a below-average quarterback right now.
He's not very
When
looking
he
very
tricked
good.
us last year. Last year he made everyone think he was going to be good this year.
But
He has tricked us.
the only thing that they are doing is they're actually making field goals now.
They are making their field goals.
They won field goal. They won by field goal. So, which last year they lost because of a field goal.
Cody Parkey.
Cody Parkey.
Cody
Yep.
Parkey. Well, this new
So-
guy, Panario, whatever his name is, he's making kicks. They've needed that. Sadly, no one else on offense is doing anything.
Yeah. So, honestly, I gotta say Bears. I don't have very much faith in the Redskins. Dwayne Haskins, he's good.
Not even playing Dwayne
But-
Haskins.
oh,
They're playing Case Keenum right now.
Oh, Case
Oh.
Keenum, that's right. So, yeah,
They're
I'm
playing
really gonna
Keenum.
have to give it to the Bears
They're
just off
playing
of that.
Keenum.
Yeah, I'm giving it to the Bears. Bears have a solid defense, and I think if they could get their offense going,
That's the big if.
Yeah.
If Mitchell Trubisky can get up, start slinging the rock like he did last year, making some passes, getting some touchdowns to the great receivers the Bears front office has given to him,
Well,
they're
Allen
back to being
Robinson.
if you looked at the Packers and Bears game,
And Anthony Miller. He has not done.
Miller.
He's not given Anthony Miller the ball at all.
Yeah.
if you look at the Packers and Bears game, the opening week 1 game, Mitchell was trying throwing balls, but the receivers just kept pushing off, and so the receivers got to work on not drawing flags. Because Mitchell, I feel like he has the bomb, but I just don't think they're connecting very well right now, and so. But I'm still gonna have to give it to the Bears. So Bears, and
Chicago. It's the Bears going to Washington D.C. Both these teams have a lot of problems. Let's not overthink this here. The Bears won off a field goal, but who do they play again? I come back to this all the time. They played the Broncos. That team is terrible right now, and they almost lost. They almost lost to the Broncos. Redskins had a fairly close game to start off against the Cowboys, who are a top 5 team right now. They started off playing really good against the Cowboys. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this game's closer than people are thinking it will be because we're so used to the Redskins being garbage because they are. Yeah, they lost to the Cowboys by 10, and it started off really close. And they lost to the Eagles by just 5. You know what? I'm taking the Redskins. I think the Redskins are going to beat the Bears.
Vernon Davis is looking younger than ever.
I think the Redskins will beat the Bears. The Bears, one win, kind of like the Raiders. I think it was kind of a fluke win. It doesn't prove that they're really ready to start winning some ball games yet.
all right.
I got the Skins.
So you've heard it from us. Now we want you to go in the comments. We want you to say what picks you disagree with, and what your picks are, and just leave it in the comment. And give us more video ideas. And if you like this, please hit that like button because we're just trying to figure out what y'all want to see. And make sure you share this with all your friends. Our challenge for you is to share it with 2 friends. We appreciate y'all watching. We'll see y'all next week.
Cause they ain't never seen me fall under pressure. They ain't never ever seen me fall, nah, never.